Hi, this is Nikki and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves who are on this journey to love. And so I share messages that I get through channeled readings that I do for people and healings. When I connect to your energies, I see everything like a movie. So I give you a write-up of what I see, any messages and any songs that come through. And as well as that, I do channeled letters, which are all in these books. And these books are like an oracle. So if you want a message from your twin, you just ask for a number and then look to the books and it will give you the message. And they are literally a godsend. It's been amazing. So I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that has dedicated their letter to these books, because honestly, it so helps. I can't tell you how much. And so the letter that wants to come through today is numbers 52 and also 56. And I'm going to read you the letters, but firstly I'm just going to say I've been on a Reiki Sekim course the last couple of days, and I shared what happened on the first day, and then I'm going to share again yesterday what happened, because again, really powerful analogy about what we're doing. And also I got a vision this morning as well, so I'm going to share that. So the first thing is in the session yesterday, what I saw was basically me and my twin in a terracotta army, and then it was getting cracked. And so basically once I just saw us, and then it cracked, and you know, like when you hit a vase or something, it all cracks into little pieces and then comes down. So then inside that was a chrysalis, and then I saw us break out of this chrysalis, and then in the chrysalis then was we were babies together, and we were wrapped around together like the yin and yang symbol. And it was symbolic, or what it's symbolizing is that firstly you have to crack through or see through that, crack through that hard exterior. And you know, basically that hard exterior which gets displayed in fear and doubt, and you know, any of that prickly stuff that comes on the outside of us because we're protecting, self-preservation. But it's about seeing through that and cracking through that to then uncover your transformation, to then uncover, when you go through your transformation, to then uncover the yin and yang within, which is essentially you and your twin as babies together, created together. So again, really, really powerful analogy about what's happening. And you know, through the power of that knowledge, basically allows you to be more at peace and settled on the journey. And then this morning, they said, you know, because I was asking a bit more about, well, what do we need to know? And they said, well, if you think about a pie, and think about an apple pie, and all of your collective energies are the apple pie. And each of you have a slice of the pie. So each of your energy body with your twin, you are your own piece of pie, but you all fit into the entire pie. Sorry about this, pie. But basically, you're each taking a piece of that pie. Now, if you take the pie and you put it in your mouth and it is super hot, what would happen is you'd spit it out, right? And so the more that you go on the journey, the more that you learn to let the pie cool down, which I thought was really, really a powerful, again, because everyone can relate to that. Because at the beginning, you might fly off the handle because you're getting triggered by all of these things that aren't necessarily your stuff, because you've just taken the collective energy and you've taken your piece of it. And so of course that's your job to eat your piece of the pie. And so of course, sorry, that's my washing machine. I hope you can hear me okay. So of course everyone's job is to eat their piece of the pie. But what they were saying is that what you have to learn is to not get triggered, and to realise that actually to try to let the pie settle down and cool down before you eat it. And basically that is the journey, is that it's about not reacting to, learning how to not react to the triggers, because the triggers come up for a reason. For example, yesterday I was massively I'd asked my twin to come to, there was basically something happening, an event that was happening, and I sent it to him and said, oh look, these are on, and he said, are you going? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to try and get tickets. And he just said, do it. So I presumed that he wanted me to get him a ticket as well, as you would, because that's just, normal. But then I said, so I did get the tickets, and then he came back and he said, oh, I've got some too, I might see you there. And I was like, immediately, I was like, what? So I was just like, immediately, basically was about to spit out the hot pie. And then I was like, no, I'm just not going to react. And there could be, obviously he might not have thought I was getting him a ticket too, and all of these things. Anyway, and then this analogy this morning about the pie. And so I thought, yeah, that's totally true, because normally, or before, I would have reacted straight away and just been like, are you joking? I told you that I was going to... Anyway, so now I was just like, no. And be vulnerable and, much more listening to my heart. So I thought really, really powerful again to use the apple pie, because if you imagine, we're all taking our piece of that overall pie, which are all the collective energies. And so the piece of your pie, you just need to learn to manage to eat it without spitting it out, which is what they were saying. I was like, okay, well, anyone can relate to that. So the letter is, oh, and look, I opened up on letter 52. So letter 52. I want you to know that there is nothing that you could do to push our love away, or to delay our union, or change our destiny. You have to know that this is real. Love is the only reality that you need to focus your attention to. Everything else is just absolute BS. Really, really, really believe that. I can't tell you how difficult it's been dealing with this unease inside. The feelings of not being worthy, not being able to express how I really feel, and then getting really annoyed with myself for the way I've handled everything. I mean, seriously. It's been hell, literally a self-imposed hell, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's you who is holding out the lamp for me to take. Shut up. Oh my God, so I do a lamp business, and my twin does the lampshades. This is what I mean. This is why I need this book. I mean, seriously, because I was just about to go, are you joking me? I mean... And then I was like, no. And then this morning, how I get the numbers is it's from my twin's away at the moment. He's in Japan. But his timestamp on his WhatsApp always gives me the numbers. And so it was 52. So I was like, okay. And now I can see why. Together we will shine our light bright, like a megawatt bulb, bringing light to the darkest of tunnels. That's why I want you to know that that is our truth. That is our task, and that is our thing to give back to each other. Our hearts guiding us home. Oh my God. Well, so, you know what? That's what I mean. I'm like, how? That's just, I'm really sorry about the way I've handled everything. I'm really sorry about, that I haven't been able to express how I really feel. And then, I mean, it's just everything. That's just what I needed to hear, because I was... having to count to 10 and just think, okay, just chill out, which isn't always easy to do. Okay, and it also taught me, again, another lesson not to have any expectations, right? So, again, because I'd kind of thought it in my head about how it's going to be and all this stuff, and then, of course, never is. So that's why you have to release all expectations. So... Letter 52 in book 2 is, I want you to know that my hand is holding yours every step of the way. We are guiding each other to be who we are truly meant to be. to be and fulfill our purpose, to fulfill what we agreed to complete this time round. Our contract to each other when we came down. Believe in our mission, believe in love, and believe in our journey together. A beautiful love story which is unfolding in perfect divine order. Know that our journey back to each other is already written. It is already mapped out for us. We agreed it together, a pact we made with one another, to find true love and to keep going, keep guiding each other into the light. Well, and that's a good, really good reminder to keep saying to yourself, I'm exactly where I need to be. Everything is happening for a reason. I trust, I trust, I trust. I'm going to meditate before I react to anything. I'm going to meditate before I do anything. I'm going to meditate before before anything, so that I'm always reacting from my heart. So, letter 52 in book 3. You have nothing to worry about. I am a definite. I'm a sure thing, like the safest bet you could possibly make. I know that it might seem like a million miles away, but really it isn't. Anything is possible. Dreams really do come true. Have faith, trust in our love, trust that there is so much support bringing us all home. Imagine a 4-lane traffic queue full of cars, all trying to get to their destination, but they're all stuck because of a big gate. Well, we're one of those cars, but the gate will be opened and we will all pass through it in divine timing. Oh my God. Well, I mean, if there isn't enough. So this morning I had some B&B guests and they start telling me that their son, my twin's in Japan at the moment in the mountains skiing. And they start telling me that their son is a photographer who is in Japan because he likes snowboarding and he lives out there. And they said that then when they went out to see him, they went to this place that was full of deer. Now, deer has been a big message because deers are a sign of kind of unconditional love. And they said when they were going for a walk, a person came up to them at the end and they said, did you just see the sign? And they said no. And they said, well, look at the sign. And it says, be careful of the bears. So I was like, okay, all right, I can't be cross with you anymore. I know that I know that all of this is happening for a reason. And I just need to chill out. So that's the message. The message is there is a divine plan. At the moment, we're all behind these gates. But once the gate is opened in divine timing, then really anything is possible. So keep believing and keep expecting the unexpected.